tape began recording by itself at exactly 3:17 a.m. Even though the camera had been unplugged for over a year. Evan Mercer didn't know that yet. He was asleep in his apartment, breathing shallow, one hand hanging off the mattress, fingers twitching like they were trying to remember something they had once held. Don't behold, instead, a dust-choked storage closet. The old handheld camcorder whirred to life. The red recording light blinked on. Static filled the lens at first. Then the image stabilized, revealing the narrow hallway of Evan's apartment. The walls looked darker than they should have, like the light was being swallowed before it could reflect. The air shimmered, bending slightly, as if the space itself was breathing. Footsteps echoed. Dot slow, bar, and wet. They didn't belong to Evan. The camcorder captured a figure stepping into frame. Tall, too thin. Its limbs bent at angles that suggested guessing rather than anatomy. Its head lolled unnaturally to one side. Skin stretched tight and colorless, like wax pulled over bone. Its mouth opened on. No sound came out. The tape continued recording for 4 hours. When Evan woke up later that morning, the first thing he noticed was the smell. Coppery. Damp. Old. He sat up, heart racing, convinced he'd had a nightmare. But the smell lingered, thick enough to coat the back of his throat. He followed it down the hall, each step sending a prickle of unease up his spine. The storage closet door was open. Inside, the camcorder sat on the floor, facing outward. Recording light off. Evan stared at it for a long time before touching it. He knew he hadn't charged it. Knew the battery had been dead when he packed it away after college. That camera had belonged to his older brother, Lucas. Lucas, who had disappeared 7 years ago. Hands shaking, Evan pressed play. The footage started with static, then cleared into the hallway. His hallway. But it looked wrong. The shadows were too deep. The walls looked damp, almost organic. He watched himself sleep, chest rising and falling, utterly unaware. Then the figure appeared. Evan's breath hitched. His fingers dug into the plastic casing. The thing leaned over his sleeping body. Its face hovered inches from Evan's own, mouth stretching wider than possible, skin tearing silently at the corners. The time stamp glitched. 3:17 a.m. The figure lifted one elongated finger and pressed it gently against Evan's forehead. The moment contact was made, the footage distorted violently. Colors inverted. The audio erupted into a layered scream that sounded like dozens of voices crying out from underwater. Evan slammed the camera off, gasping. That was when he noticed the mark. A faint, dark imprint on his forehead. Long and thin, like a finger that had pressed too hard. Over the next few days, Evan stopped sleeping. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the hallway stretching longer, darker walls, pulsing like veins. He began hearing things while he walked saw footsteps behind him, wet breathing near his ear. Whispers in a language that felt painful to hear. Then the second tape appeared. This one was newer, cleaner, labeled in black marker. In handwriting, Everin recognized instantly. Lucas. The footage began. If anyone finds this, Lucas whispered, face pale, eyes hollow. Don't watch. The rest. Please. It doesn't want witnesses. It wants replacements. A shadow moved behind Lucas. The tape cut to black. Evan watched the second tape all the way through. Even after Lucas started screaming, the footage degraded rapidly. Frames skipping, colors bleeding. Lucas ran through corridors that didn't exist. Walls lined with doors that opened into nothing but darkness. Each door whispered as he passed, voices overlapping, begging, accusing. I didn't mean to open it, Lucas cried, slamming against the locked door. I didn't know it could see me through the lens. Something tall unfolded behind him. The camera fell. The final frame showed Lucas being lifted off the ground, his body bending backward as if pulled by invisible hooks. His mouth opened impossibly wide, jaw cracking, eyes rolling back as black liquid poured out. The tape ended. Evan sat in silence long after the screen went dark. His reflection stared back at him from the glass eyes sunken, skin gray. That night, the camcorder turned on again. This time, Evan didn't wake up. The footage showed him standing in the hallway at 3:17 a.m. Eyes open, expression empty. He walked toward the camera with mechanical precision and picked it up, pointing the lens directly at his own face. His mouth moved. I see it now, he whispered. It lives between frames. It can't cross unless it's recorded. Behind Evan, the hallway stretched, warping into something vast and vertical, like a throat. The thing emerged. Fully, its body was made of overlapping faces, men, women, children frozen in expressions of terror. Lucas's face was there too, mouth open in a silent plea. The thing wrapped around Evan, folding into him, sinking beneath his skin like smoke being inhaled. Evan screamed. The camera shook violently, then dropped to the floor. When the footage stabilized, Evan stood alone again, smiling. The next morning, police found Evan's apartment empty. No signs of struggle, no blood, no body, just a camcorder on the floor, recording. The final seconds of the tape showed a new apartment, different walls, different hallway, someone else sleeping. The red light blinked steadily as the time stamp rolled forward. 3:17 a.m.